Hello out there, and I hope you're having a good start to your weekend. Yes, I'm back. Edward here, aka Progcat. Welcome to my channel. Now, today, I went to go pick up my Genesis BBC broadcast box set. I got an email early in the week that it came in, so I gathered up some stuff to do a trade. I don't normally buy these box sets for my collection with hardly any cash, no cash at all. I just look through my collection and say, when was the last time I played it? And then it goes into that pile. And so that's what I did. I'm going to show a few things here that I traded for. Then one record that I was recently listening to that I have some comments about. So normally what I do is I start off like this before I go do a trade. I make me a list to look through CDs and albums. And I needed some of those paper inner sleeves. Okay, this is what I traded for. I finally pulled the trigger. I was kind of iffy about it. But after watching Steve over at All the World's a Stage, I was convinced. I said, you know what, I'm going to get it. At first I was just going to wait for a little while, but then some excitement watching this video, I decided to go ahead and put one on order. I haven't opened it. Made in Germany. I am looking forward to listening to this. I know people out there, and that's your preference, don't like albums like Duke, Invisible Touch, and I forget one other. I like those records. They're fine with me. Little poppy, maybe getting radio airplay, but I always thought, in my opinion, Turn It On Again was a good FM rocker to hear on the radio. I am looking forward to listening to this. Let me just give you a quick idea. CD1 contains a 1972 Top Gear? Yeah, Top Gear, Get 'Em Out by Friday. I can't wait to listen to that. Wimberley, 1975, Watcher of the Skies. I love that. Then you move on to 1980, and I'm not sure how you pronounce this, Lyceum, but it has this really awesome side where it has them doing the Carpet Crawlers, One for the Vine, Behind the Lines, Duchess Guide Vocal, Turn It On Again, Duke's Travel, Duke's End, which I love that music. And then I'm looking forward to listening to 1987 side, another Wimberley show where they do Mama and Domino and That's All. And I'm guessing that they end that show with a drum duet and Los Indos or something like that. But yeah, I'm glad to get this. And like I said, if you want to see what it looks like, the contents, I'll leave a link to Steve's video where he opened it up and everything. You can see that. Now, before I get into some of the other stuff that I traded for, I did get a couple of CDs. I was happy to have this back in my collection. I don't know what made me get rid of this before. This is Skip James. This is Blues from the Delta, and it's in really good shape. Someone had their notes. I am thinking that's what they were wanting to point out, their favorites, or I'm going to leave it in there for a little while. It's kind of neat. I like to look at that. But Skip James, great blues. I love this whole CD. It does have some previous unreleased tracks, but Deep Purple does a version, I'm So Glad. He's the guy that wrote I'm So Glad. The way I got into the blues, I know I've shared this, were by bands who did cover versions, like the Rolling Stones was the main one, Deep Purple, and I'm trying to think of some other bands. But anyway, that's how I would jumped off of there, went down and said, hey, let me go listen to some of those blues artists that they did cover tunes. Skip James, I'm trying to remember. if there were some other ones. I think Catfish Blues, I might have heard Eric Clapton do that. But that's all that comes to mind. But yeah, it's about $2.99 plus tax. Great shape. It's brand new looking. The other thing was, I haven't opened it yet, but one of my favorite Cure albums. This is not showing up very good, but this is Kiss Me, Kiss Me, Kiss Me. So I got a copy of that, and I don't mind having it on CD. The vinyl reissue of it is pricey. I'm cool with that. Okay. Then I picked up a couple of records, and I was shocked. I wrote one of these bands to look under when I got there, and it was Deep Purple. But I found a used copy, and I was not expecting this, of Judas Priest, British Steel. So next is Screaming for Vengeance, and I have that period of those 3 albums that I really do like. If I'm in some kind of chronological order, maybe not, but I think the other one, oh, I do have that one. Point of Entry, Defenders of Faith, Screaming for Vengeance. I'm sorry, that's probably out of order, but I finally have an LP vinyl copy. It's not a reissue, and it's on the red Columbia, and I'm sure everyone's seen that. Now I looked under Deep Purple, and I got to missing my mom again, because I was the other day listening to some Deep Purple songs that I really love, and Scorpions, and I probably drove her crazy, and she probably would always, I could always hear her voice down the hall saying to my sister, why is he listening to that music so loud when she walked in through the door? And my sister response was, I don't know. But I drove her crazy with this album right here, and I found a used copy of it for $4.99 plus tax. This is Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. Love this record. This one has a lot of tracks. I think I could have saw them on one of these tours, this one or the next album. I don't remember, but I didn't get a chance to. Knocking at Your Door, Under the Gun, Nobody's Home, Mean Street, Perfect Strangers, A Gypsy's Kiss, Wasted Sunsets, Hungry Days. Yeah, I named all the titles because it's a good album from beginning to the end. So nice vinyl find for a nice price. Okay, I wanted to go over a record that I recently listened to, and my wife likes this record as well. And I hope I don't get in any kind of trouble, but I'm talking about, and this is a reissue, it sounds good, Miles Davis, Bitches Brew. And love the artwork on this album. I was listening to this, and every time I listen to this album, it's like, I feel like I'm listening to something brand new again, even though I wasn't interested or got into jazz when this album came out. But it is, to me, if I just had one record that was avant-garde jazz or math jazz or whatever type of jazz you want to call this, spiritual jazz or electric jazz, I'm cool with all that. But I would think that for me, this would be all I would need. I know there's other artists who have done electric jazz and all that, but this is simply enough for me. And as I've gotten older, maybe I need a music psychiatrist. Please let me know in the comments below. I'm kind of not into avant-garde jazz that much anymore. I don't know why, but I love this album, and this is a keeper, and I listen to this one quite a bit. So I don't know why. I used to be big into all that kind of jazz. I don't hate it. And certainly if somebody gave me some records for me to say, hey, check these out, I would accept them. But as far as avant-garde jazz, there's right now just 2 artists that I feel like that's all I need. And that's Miles Davis and John Coltrane. So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if I need a a music psychiatrist. I don't know. That's the older I get, I've changed from that. I love jazz, but not too much avant-garde jazz that much anymore. Don't know what it is. Okay, I just want to mention a few things before I end this video. A couple of things that I'm thinking about getting. Well, Elton John's Honky Chateau, I believe its 50th anniversary is coming out. And I'm thinking about getting the double CD. I have a thing about getting it on vinyl or anything like that on vinyl, and then the other vinyl or just the bonus tracks. I don't know. I just prefer, you know what? I'm just get it on CD. The other thing is Dio's Holy Diver CD box set. That's getting, what do you call it? Making my eyes. Asking my record store to order it. Wouldn't mind having, what is it, a 5 or 6 CD set of that put out by Rhino. They do a good job. They sound great to me. And next week, hopefully, I'm looking forward to this. My order for the Noi NEU vinyl box set is coming in. And yes, I will be trading for that. I am looking forward to that and to picking that up. And yeah, they told me about it in another email this week. And so yeah, I cannot wait to get that. I will probably give up stuff that would probably make other people go, why did you do that? Well, I love Noi. Another example, if I was to, I don't get into, I mean, I love krautrock, rock, don't get me wrong, but there's 3 bands that I mainly listen to. That's Noi, Faust, and Can. That's pretty much it. I'm sure there's other things people would recommend and all that, but that's enough for me. I'm content with that. Again, folks, let me know. Maybe you can help me. I mean, as I'm getting older, maybe it's because, you know, I'm trying to downsize. I'm trying to just have a collection of basically 500 records. I thought I wanted 1,000, but now I'm just wanting it to be manageable to where I can listen to everything. Anyway, thanks for watching my videos. Please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate that. And I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Take care, everybody. That's it for now.